Hello and welcome to the ScrapbookPal YouTube channel. This is Colleen Beamish from Humor Bean Cards, and today I am making a simple, mostly stamped card featuring the new release from Sizzix and Catherine Pooler Designs. So this release features 3 different sets. We have the floating fancy Framelits dies, which cut out all of the pieces of these hot air balloons, and these can be completely on their own, a standalone die set. And then we also have the Up and Away stamp set, which kind of coordinates. It has some sentiments, a heart-shaped hot air balloon, and then the coordinating die with that is the Up and Away number 2 Framelits dies. So this die set will cut out the stamped images, whereas the other die set, it can be standalone. So today I won't be using the floating fancy standalone dies, but I definitely look forward to using those in the future on another card. So what's interesting about this card is that the front will have its own design, and then the inside will have a design as well. So when you look at the card, you're actually looking through to the inside with the hot air balloon. So first I need to die cut out the hot air balloon shape on the front of my card. So this is a card base that's heavyweight cardstock, and it's 4 1/4 by 8 1/2 and then folded at 5 1/2. So the final card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, your typical A2 card. I ran it through my die cutting machine flat so that the die would only cut through the front of the card. Now I'm lining up the hot air balloon stamp inside of that die cut shape. So it fits in there perfectly, it nestles right in, it doesn't take a lot to line it up. And then I'm stamping it down. So what's actually happening is I'm stamping the image on the inside of the card, even though my card is currently closed. So I just used some Gina Obsidian black Amalgam ink for this. And I stamped it a couple times just to make sure I got a solid image, and now I'm using the other stamps from the stamp set to color it in. Now this is definitely an image that would be great for Copic coloring, or even paper piecing would look fantastic, but they have the perfect stamps to color it in, so I'm just going to use those today. Now the first color I'm using is Soft Lilac, and this will color in 3 of the balloon wedges or whatever you would like to call them. So this is a nice soft purple pink color, and all of these inks I'm going to double stamp with, just because I find with Pinkfresh Studio double stamping makes it look really great. Something else to keep in mind is that Pinkfresh Studio inks dry back quite a bit, so when you first stamp them down it looks a bit splotchy and probably darker than you think it's going to be. But that will dry back, so the color will lighten up and it will even out. The second color I'm using is, I believe it's called Fuzzy Peach, and that's a nice pale orange color. With these more solid stamps, I'm making sure to prep them with my fingertips. The next time I do it, I'll definitely point it out and explain a little bit more about that. All of the products I'm using in today's video are available at ScrapbookPal.com. and they're linked down in the description below. So if there's anything that you want to check out, be sure to go down to the description and you'll find all of the links there. Now I stamped the little basket using Warm Buff from Pinkfresh Studio, and now I'm going to start working on the background of the front of the card. So I'm keeping it really, really simple. I'm using the One Cloud stamp that comes in the Up and Away stamp set, and I'm just going to repeat stamp the cloud all over the front where I want it to be. And I'm just using one in color. I'm using Sky Breeze. Nope, I'm using Blue Sky. I'm not sure of the name, but it will be down in the description below. And I'll just stamp that over and over again until I'm happy with how it looks. Now here you see me rubbing the stamp with my fingers, and that's just to prep the stamp. The material of these stamps is a little different from your typical acrylic stamp. And so I find it a little bit more slippery. And so prepping it with your fingertips is really important in order to really get the ink onto the stamp to then go onto the paper. So I made sure, especially with the more solid images, that I was prepping it. Now in between stamping this one, I'm cleaning it off just with a microfiber cloth so that I can pick the stamp up and reposition it on my card. Because I wanted to be stamping off of the edges of my card, I'm moving it down in my MISTI just a little bit so that I can get the stamp off the edge of the paper. You'll also notice that my card base is open flat. That's because I didn't want these clouds to be stamped on the inside of the card at all. So basically I'm masking off the inside just by laying it flat here. So once I stamped the cloud a few times and I'm happy with it, I'm going to move on to stamping inside the card. So again, I'm putting the card in my MISTI flat. First, I'm making sure to wipe off any ink so that that's not being transferred onto other places on my card. And I'm just going to use my magnets to hold down the card base so that it's open. And then I'm going to line up the next stamp, which is the little banner image. So I'm going to stamp this in the color Lemon Whip, which is a nice bright yellow color. I really struggle sometimes with choosing my colors, but Pinkfresh Studios has so many pretty colors that all work together so nicely, so it makes it a lot easier. When I'm stamping this down, it's going over the seam in my card where it's folded, so I just have to make sure to apply a good amount of pressure over top of that so that the ink can fill in that space where it's going over the fold. And I don't mind that it's going onto the other side of my card. I actually kind of like how you don't really know what to expect when you're opening the card. So yeah, and next I'm stamping a little banner over top of my hot air balloon. This stamp goes off of the edges of the hot air balloon, which I'm sure I could have left it as is, but I didn't really want it to do that. So I'm actually using some tape to mask off the areas outside of the hot air balloon image, just so that it wouldn't stamp off the edge, but that's really an unnecessary step. So first I'm going in with, I think it's called Freesia, or it's something Freesia, and then I realized that was too pale, so then I'm going in with the color Wisteria, which is a bit of a darker purple. This color combo was actually inspired by a candle that I have in my home, like the design on the outside of the candle, and I really like the color combo, so I was like, I'll give that a try, and I really like how it turns out. So once I have that stamped down, I'll go ahead and remove the tape that I was using to mask off the edges, and you can see it's a perfectly crisp line. It looks exactly how I wanted it to. Next, I'm stamping the sentiment on the banner, which says Happy Birthday. This is a nice scripty font that's quite thin, so I didn't want to press it too hard. The other sentiments in the stamp set are congratulations and thinking of you, so I'll definitely be using this stamp or this set for other occasions, probably baby showers, bridal showers. I think that would be really cute. Now I wanted to bring the cloud motif into the inside of the card, so I added a couple of those on the bottom corner, and then I think I'm going back out to the front of the card. So this is what it looks like right now, but I wanted to fill in that kind of gap with a sentiment that would be on the front and then a secondary sentiment on the inside. So this stamp set didn't have one I wanted to use, but I went into my stash and I found the Altenew Primrose bundle, and it has one that says hello there, which I thought it was perfect. So on the front it will say hello there, and then on the inside it says happy birthday, and I'm just stamping that in black ink right on the front. So my card is nearly done. I just wanted to add one more finishing touch to the inside, which was to stamp some of the little hearts that were in the stamp set. So I'm just using that same peach color that I used on the hot air balloon to stamp down those hearts. And that finishes my card for today. It was so simple to come together. I love that it's technically a one-layer card, but still has something interesting about it and kind of a surprise on the inside. I think it would be really fun to make a matching envelope. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and definitely consider subscribing to the ScrapbookPal YouTube channel, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye!